time. The national title at AMP is all go, and a great start too. And it's Lenny Bates who leads them down the main straight. Heinrich goes immediately to the outside. There is Jennings as well as they head out of turn 2 safely. Back in 4th place is Jacob Mills as they head up into turn 3. Then we've got Reichstein there in 5th place as one car starts to make a move on the outside, and that is Jace Kempton. He's up to 5th place now as they go down into turn number 1. It is Lenny Bates who's been passed now by Reese Heinrich. The national champion has split the scene. Jacob Mills now comes up underneath of Mark Jennings and goes into 3rd place. Jennings back to 4th, and there's a car on the move here. It's Jace Kempton from Western Australia. He moves into 5th place. On the outside is Anthony Bear. Back then to Jaden Edwards in 7th place as they head out of turn 2. As now Anthony Bear and Jace Kempton run side by side for 5th place, but the national champion has skipped right away down the main straight. 3 down and 37 to go. It's Reese Heinrich out by 1.5 seconds. Back to Lenny Bates in 2nd. Jacob Mills then back to Mark Jennings. 5th place is Anthony Bear, then Jace Kempton. 7th place is Jaden Edwards, Bailey Heinrich, then Nigel Reichstein. Robbie Foe is 10th, then Jaron Giacometti. Behind Giacometti is Craig Buchanan, then Brad McClure is next. Underneath McClure, we've got trouble further back. Atkinson and Sandow have got coming together. Have they got themselves mobile? The officials say no, they haven't. And we've got a yellow light. Both of Jacob Mills. Bates finished 2nd last year. Jacob Mills finished 2nd in the national production title last year as well. Nigel Reichstein will be the first to retire. He's OUT out, goes to the infield as they string themselves into the main straight. It's Heinrich, Bates, Mills right behind him. 2 car lengths to Jennings. Looking underneath is Anthony Bear. Back then to Kempton in 6th place. Oh, Jaden Edwards has lost the bonnet in the 87 car, and he rolls to the infield. He hit the fence there. Oh, one car went to Buchanan, has bumped into the back of him, but Jaden Edwards has lost the bonnet and he's gone. Mills goes to the outside of Lenny Bates. Fighting back on the inside is Jennings as they move out of turn 4, 3 wide. Anthony Bear behind them as Reese Heinrich opens up a gap. He's out by 1 second at the moment after 6 laps as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Jennings under enormous pressure from Mills and Bear goes under Mills into 4th place, and Jace Kempton follows him through. Mills back to 6th place now under the time clock. It was 1.2 seconds the last time around. It's 1.5 seconds now. Reese Heinrich, the defending champion, showing them the way home at this stage. 33 laps to go. Bear clearly 4th. Mills back to 5th now as they head down into turn number 3 and 4 to complete lap number 8. Reese Heinrich by 1.7 seconds. Bates in 2nd. Jennings, Bear, Mills. Back then to Jace Kempton. Robbie Foe now up to 7th place. 8th place is Bailey Heinrich, then Darren Giacometti. 10th place now would be Brad McClure, then Mark Gardner. He's under pressure on the outside by Andy Maxwell Jr. and also Morris Ahern as they move down into turn number 2. As Anthony Bear making another move. He goes under Lenny Bates, who's also been passed by Mark Jennings. And Anthony Bear, not content with one move, he gets Jennings out of the way as well. Bates comes back underneath. Jennings goes from 2nd to 5th. As now Mills goes underneath as well. Plenty of changes on that lap. Jace Kempton is there. Robbie Foe gets tangled up. He stops the car. The yellow lights come on, and we've got ourselves a stoppage after 10. Turn number 1. Bates dives to the inside. Anthony Bear immediately goes to the outside of Mark Jennings as they head out of 2. That didn't pay off, and now here comes Jacob Mills. Mills goes underneath the Bear, but Bear is committed to the outside, and Robbie Foe wants to follow him through. Bear goes right round the outside of Jennings and back into 3rd place. Jennings back to 4th. Mills has gone back to 6th place as Robbie Foe is on the charge. So we've got national champions everywhere. The national champions are sitting in 1st, 3rd, 4th and 5th place. As now Bear again looks to the outside, now dives to the inside on Lenny Bates. As Mills comes back, he goes back underneath of Jennings. Robbie Foe is there, and Heinrich is coming into it too. Bailey Heinrich And then Darren Giacometti not far away. Brad McClure's in the lead group, but it's Reese Heinrich who splits the scene. They're 3 and 4 wide underneath the time clock. Out in front it's Heinrich from Bates and Foe. Traffic jam for the Miners, and Jacob Mills is right in front of us, and the yellow lights have had to come on. He's right up against the wall. Lenny Bates right behind him as they go around the cone, down into turn 1. Anthony Bear in third place. Jennings dives to the inside. Around the outside is Robbie Foe, and Bailey Heinrich in the 86 car is driving some sort of a race. As also Brad McClure from position 16 is now up in the lead group and goes around Jennings as well. Darren Giacometti the next car through, but it's Reese Heinrich, the national champion, out in front. They're 3 wide further back, and Brad McClure might be out of commission. He is. Brad McClure is going to retire from the race, and simultaneously so is Morris Ahern as they come into the main straight. Well, one out in front, but look out, here it comes. The 46 car is out after him now. Anthony Bear looking to become the first driver ever to win 4 national street stock titles. They're right with him. They're a mile in front now of Lenny Bates. Reese Heinrich is out in the car park, and Anthony Bear has hit the front. I've said that a few times over the years. The national champion, can he fight back? The answer at this point is no, and Anthony Bear has hit the front into the main straight at the halfway mark. 20 down and 20 to go. Heinrich looks to the inside. They go underneath the George Tandell stand, and Anthony Bear and Reese Heinrich level up yet again. Heinrich on the inside is back in front as they go into turn 3. 19 laps to go. Bear on the outside, Reese Heinrich the inside, and Reese Heinrich leads. He leads by 0.07 of a second. The national champion, Reese Heinrich, is not going to go without a fight. Back in front, back in third place, it's Robbie Foe and Lenny Bates. Foe is on the boil as they come underneath the time clock. It's a race in 2 for the national title. Lenny Bates just in third place ahead of Robbie Foe. Right behind them is Bailey Heinrich and Darren Giacometti as Anthony Bear's back in front. Back around the outside, it's now Reese Heinrich back in front. They go up into turn 3. They're coming up on Kerry Weston as they come out of turn 4. 17 laps to go in the national final. And after a scare, he's got a 2-car length lead. Under Kerry Weston, they'll go in turn number 1 and 2. Back then to Lenny Bates in third place. Robbie Foe 4th. Bailey Heinrich in 5th. Darren Giacometti, and then back to the 132 car of Andy Maxwell Jr. Anthony Bear fights back again into the main straight. 16 to go in the national final. It's certainly look at me time for these two. He runs wide again. Anthony Bear's going to hit the front, is he? It's Heinrich and Bear down the back straight, putting on a classic final. Anthony Bear's back in front underneath the time clock. 15 laps to go. This is classic stuff. Bear and Heinrich across the line together. We've got a car at the back of the field and spun in front of them. Heinrich dives to the inside, but Bear is now in front. They've got 2 lap cars to negotiate. Bear opens up a couple of car lengths lead. Back in third place, it's Lenny Bates. Still under pressure is Robbie Foe as now Heinrich goes into 4th as Robbie Foe is well and truly on the boil. Down into turn 1. Anthony Bear leads by 2 car lengths on Reese Heinrich. Underneath the lap cars they go. Robbie Foe is OUT out as they go up underneath the time clock. This time around there'll be 13 laps to go. The national champion, Reese Heinrich, has he got anything for Anthony Bear? The margin is out now to 0.9 of a second. Third place is Lenny Bates. 4th place is Heinrich. Oh, and the national champion's out. The national champion's gone up in smoke, and Anthony Bear finds himself an absolute mile in front. Reese Heinrich is out. He's hit the fence, the steering's gone, and the national champion is not going to finish. Oh, and Lenny Bates is out. The wheel's fallen off. Lenny Bates is out. The wheel has come off. It's all happened here with 13 laps to go. Oh, my goodness. The wheel is going to come down and complete another lap. The wheel comes across the line and has only got 12 laps to go. He may get away. In fact, he does what his older brother was doing, got underneath him, but he skipped away. Heinrich's gone back to 3rd. Maxwell Jr. Heinrich has been besieged. Corey Sandow and Craig Buchanan have come through. So Heinrich's gone back to 5th place. Then he's gone back to 6th. He's gone back to 7th. Oh, a rotten start for Heinrich. Let's say he's got a flat tyre, has he? Yes, he has. Oh, he's going to be out. So he's going to be out of the race. Corey Sandow's into 2nd. We're only going to have 5 left. Andy Maxwell Jr.'s gone. and so too Craig Buchanan. We're not going to have a podium. They're all falling out. It's a race of attrition. Kerry Weston, can you believe it? The veterans in third. Kerry Weston, this is going to be some sort of a podium. There's hardly anyone left. Neville Nitschke's out, and they're going to race around with flat tyres to try and stay on the podium. The back three cars are all flat as Anthony Bear leads. Second place is that of the one Bear coming up now on Kerry Weston. He zigs, he zags, he gets past. So Kerry Weston's safe, Bear is safe, and we've got 2 laps to go. Anthony Bear out in front. Kerry Weston can't see anybody apart from Anthony Bear in front of him, and Corey Sandow can't see anyone either apart from Kerry Weston in front of him. As they come out of 3 and 4, the white flag is coming out. We've got 1 lap to go. Come on, AMP. Anthony Bear about to create history and become the first driver ever to win 4 national titles in street stock. Corey Sandow will be second and Kerry Weston third. Come on, get up off your feet. We're watching history here, the first time ever. It's Anthony Bear, first home, the national title, and 4 titles to Anthony Bear. Second home is going to be Corey Sandow, and the veteran Kerry Weston is going to be third. Oh my goodness. Kerry Weston finishes third in the national title.